Bengals fan, on your shopping list this holiday season, we may have just the right gift. A man who has documented the team for decades has a new book out, and we'll hear from him coming up. And good. You're looking for something unique for your Bengals fan this holiday season. How about something from a guy who documented the team for decades? Jerry Dowling was a sports cartoonist for the Enquirer, and he has this new compilation out called Drawing Super Wars, the early years of Bengals football in drawings. It has more than 250 drawings that cover the team from its beginning through its second Super Bowl in 1989. Now, when Dowling first came to the Enquirer, he hoped to one day become the editorial cartoonist.
In the interim, Jim Shallicott was the editor of sports, and he said, you can do any sports stuff, give it to me. So I started doing that, and he ran everything I gave him, and we went from there. I kept giving him more and more and more, and it became a regular feature.
You can get the book from Joseph Beth Booksellers, and you can order it through any bookstore. You can get it directly from Edgecliff Press. We have a link to that website on local12.com. And if you're more of a baseball fan, Jerry did a similar compilation last year of his coverage of Pete Rose, and that's still available. And you can see this is the book of Pete Rose right there. That's it. And you can see he's got a very distinctive style. This is the football book right here. But both of them would be, if you have a sports fan in your family, be a great stocking stuffer, a little book. And it's an interesting perspective looking back on both the Bengals and Pete Rose.
Yeah, and it's perfect for the person who has all the other stuff.
Right, yeah, and it really, there is a lot of information in this book, so it'd be very nice present indeed.
All right, if you're looking for something that is special for a Bengal fan this Christmas.
Yeah, how about something that covers the early days, the bumblings, and the successes? Jerry Dowling was a sports cartoonist for the Enquirer for decades, and he has this new compilation out now of his Bengals drawings titled Drawing Super Wars, the early years of Bengals football in drawings. Now, all of the big names and big characters are here from the team's inception through its second Super Bowl appearance. There's also background information with each drawing, so it's a good documentation of the Bengals' first 3 decades.
It's very factual. You know, some of those cartoons I couldn't remember the situation, and I had to go into the Google, and I had to go into Bengals media guides. If Kenny Anderson threw 242 yards, I had to know and write why and who they went to and did it affect the game, things like that. So it's a pretty good history.
Now, you can get this book from Edgecliff Press or Joseph Beth Booksellers, and you can also order it through any bookstore. And if you're more of a baseball fan, Jerry did a similar compilation last year of his coverage of Pete Rose. That's this book right here. That is still available as well. Jerry Dowling was a real gentleman to talk to, a real smart guy, and just a wealth of Bengals information. So
that is quite the character of Rose, too.
Oh, yeah.
The Bengals are riding high this season with a winning record and leading the division.
Yeah, so it's understandable fans may be looking for something special for a Christmas gift, and this may fit the bill. It's a new compilation out of Bengals drawings titled Drawing Super Wars, the early years of Bengals football in drawings. It's more than 250 Bengals drawings and illustrations from Jerry Dowling, who was a sports cartoonist for the Enquirer for decades. Jerry's cartoons are instantly recognizable characters with sharp features, and Jerry's commentary was also sharp and pointed. He takes shots at Bengals opponents, too.
Chuck Noll was the coach of the Steelers, and, you know, as far as I'm concerned, he coached the Steelers. He had practices to teach them how to clothesline and hit out of bounds and things like that. So I did cartoons like that, and he took them and hung them up in the dressing room, and and I was really happy when I heard about that.
Yeah, Jerry's book covers the Bengals from their inception through their second Super Bowl appearance, and you can get it from Edgecliff Press or Joseph Beth Booksellers, and you can also order it through any bookstore. There's a link to Edgecliff Press's website at local12.com. If you're more of a baseball fan, Jerry did a similar compilation last year of his coverage of Pete Rose, and that is still available. That's this one right here.